Welcome back. It's time now for, well, you can probably hear him just to the side of me there, James Creedon. He's settling in. He's here with Media Watch. James, big story of the day, of course. I don't think if it's just because you're from the UK. I think this is a massive story.
It's
a newspaper
huge.
Beginning in 1843 called The News of the World. It's popularly called a scandal sheet in the UK because it deals in typical tabloid stories. It made huge profits last year, some £800 million pre-tax.
Right.
It employs something like 500 people, journalists, technical people, that kind of stuff. It's now been closed because of the phone hacking scandal, we're led to believe.
That's right. It is no more, as of this Sunday, the last edition of the 168-year-old newspaper, The News of the World, owned by Rupert Murdoch. It's not his only newspaper, I hasten to add. He has a few others in his stable, News International being the organisation in the UK that owns it. Over that, again, you've got News Corp, global network, a global conglomerate of media outfits. And The Guardian, which has been breaking the story for the last number of days, they have the text from James Murdoch, that's Rupert's son, who oversees BSkyB, which the family is planning to buy out, but that's been delayed a little while. Wrongdoers turned a good newsroom bad, and this was not fully understood or adequately pursued. So basically, it seems like the Murdochs are blaming a few faceless journalists in the newsroom for sullying the reputation of an otherwise reputable newspaper, even though the editor at the time of the scandal that has received most attention in 2002, a 13-year-old girl who went missing, her phone messages were hacked into, erased, gave the family false hope that she was still alive. Just appalling.
This all seems a little bit, I think the word is disingenuous, which is a big word.
Right.
I don't like using big words because I'm not a clever person. but I am a journalist, and I have worked with some interesting editors in my time, and the idea that an editor of a paper like The News of the World wouldn't know what was going on in the office, to me, is a little bit
it's not
unthinkable.
entirely credible. It's not entirely credible. And do you know who else this is going to be a big headache for? It's no news to you, Mark. It's David Cameron, of course, because he's friendly with Rebecca Brooks, who was the editor at the time of The News of the World. She's now the head of News International, and just one step up from her, you've got Rupert Murdoch. So this really does go to the very top of the global news organisation. And basically, Cameron is friendly with Rebecca Brooks. His director of communications up until January was the deputy editor of The News of the World, who had to resign from that position. He is now going to be arrested tomorrow to be questioned on his knowledge of the phone hacking scandal. This is just tentacular. It goes all over the place.
So indeed, David Cameron's links to Rebecca Brooks and the gentleman you're talking about, Andy Coulson, could prove to be a political Achilles heel for the UK Prime Minister.
The Daily Telegraph, do you know what they're describing it as being like? It's for basically the Iraq War to Tony Blair is this for David Cameron. This is his Iraq War moment.
It's an amazing comparison to make.
Before and after. Basically, they're saying really he's going to lose a lot of credibility and a lot of public support over this scandal.
For some people, he had no credibility to begin with. But so I shouldn't say things like that. That's wrong of me to say that.
Even less now. Very quick whip through some of the things that I have here. Now, this is a layout of News Corp in the UK. Now, they own News International, which owns The News of the World. Yeah. They want to buy out BSkyB. They already have a 39% share in it. The decision was meant to be in tomorrow.
Is Sky News, Sky Sports, all that kind of thing.
Massive, biggest television or satellite channel or satellite organisation in Europe. That has now been delayed until September because of this political scandal. Also in the Daily Telegraph, they're saying that basically it's a deal too far for many Britons now. That this the moral fibre of the company has just been sullied. And if we have a quick look online at just some of the reaction. Public opinion matters, says this particular tweeter. So he thinks that the fact that there was a call for boycotts could have, and advertising was pulled on The News of the World, helped to make this happen. Quick look at this one here. Rebecca Brooks keeps her job, and so while The News of the World staff lose theirs. And this is quite interesting. This website here tracks domain names. Now, The Sun on Sunday was registered 2 days ago, so it's quite possible, actually, that the Sun will rise on the death of The News of the World under a different name, which means that's just a cynical ploy.
It's a Murdoch daily title, which could be prepared now for a Sunday slot. So the sort of the killing of The News of the World in order to apologise over the phone hacking scandal could be a cynical smokescreen to pave the way for another title to be opened on a Sunday.
They want to buy up BSkyB. That's the big priority.
That's a theory.
And this, one could say, is just a way of distracting from
It's a hornet's nest, James, isn't it?
That's what I was about to say when we came on air.
Good heavens. James Creedon with Media Watch. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you.